everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new documentary show just dropped on Netflix based on Marilyn Monroe, the unheard tapes of her final hour of her life. So in this documentary we see that documentary starts with how she rise to her fame, like one of the most known actress in a Hollywood history. So this documentary start with that. I would say the first 5 or 10 minutes of this documentary show, the way it shows, well, I actually never seen any of her movie, or personally, I'm not fan of her because I had never seen anything from her. All I know is Marilyn Monroe. She has this blonde hair and she is very beautiful for that time frame, I would say, because back then nobody really dressed or wear costume like her, like in 1952. I guess in that time frame, the way she dressed up and the way she looked, I guess that made her famous at that time frame. Again, I don't know her personally, but her tragic death, which is like she took a bunch of sleeping pill and she died. There is no known there isn't any evidence of she was murdered or something, but that is how she died. So many people believe she was murdered. So this show, in this documentary, it tried to show you how she rise to the fame, but the way they showed, I didn't like it. It was showing you like she was some blonde actress. She just did all of this thing, and again, personally, I didn't know this actress, so I don't know. But I will say the way it's all the rumor and all the the things is documentary starts with, it's really very bad taste. I didn't like it at all. It was showing her like she's some blonde bimbo actress. I don't like the way they started. Personally, I didn't know how she was. So that being said, the middle of this documentary, it does get interesting. It tried to imply that she has this deep connection with the Kennedy family. When I was watching it, I'm like, who? This kind of documentary, it can be very dangerous. Are they showing us the truth? Are they making this up? That is we don't know what happened. Nobody knows. So they try to show present us with all this unheard tape. That is the name of it, all unheard tape, and you hear about all the conversation and everything. And while this show never tells you who really was behind all of this, but they are implying all this thing, she had this deep connection with the Kennedy family. I have no knowledge in politics or anything. Based on, if I had to say, review on this documentary, I would say as a documentary, it wasn't very good. It didn't do any good. You have no reason to watch this. You don't get out of this. It's not entertaining. All it does is shows you, oh, she was wearing all this costume back then. That is what made her famous. These days, you have to be more than your look, and I have to be talented or have to have some acting chop to be famous. So this documentary failed to tell us anything about that. So this documentary was directed by Emma Cooper or something, her name. I don't know, what was she thinking? That is how she presented this documentary. There's many documentaries on Netflix. Some of them are good. However, I did recently they did on the Britney Spears one. That one they did a good job on her, putting her character showcase was nicely. This one they tried to show her, oh, she was hooking up with this producer, she was hooking up with that guy. All the rumor and the gossip around Marilyn Monroe, which is put bad taste around her, When you watch it, you are like, oh, that is how she rise to the fame, by sleeping with all this producer in Hollywood. That is what you think, first act for this tape, I would say. That's why I didn't like it that much. I thought, oh, it wasn't very well produced documentary. What was you are trying to say here? And this detective was telling us all the story, and I'm like, how do you know they were all true or not? Sorry, not detective. I think he was a lawyer or something. Overall, I was really disappointed the way it was done. And Netflix is actually making a Marilyn Monroe movie based on, and it is gonna be Emma, that actress, she's gonna play her, and I don't know how that movie will be. I bet because it's played by Anna de Armas. What is her name? I bet it will be a lot of bimbo, blonde bimbo. They will try to make her because in this documentary, that is what they have done here, I thought. And that's my thought on this documentary. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to share my other reviews. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.